All right, looks like we're here live at Hewlett High School for Homecoming 2025. The parade is just ending. The cheerleaders are making their way onto the track with the banners. Welcome to Hewlett High School. We're back for Homecoming 2025. All right, we're gonna get this on here.
Well, this gets tall, right?
No, that's how tall it is. All right, so no, this comes up. Oh yeah, that goes up. And then I figured out how to use this. So I can go like this.
This is the same one as last year, right?
And then you scroll it down.
You want to center it. Right there.
But then you can't see it.
Why can't I see it?
Well, because this is in the way, right? Oh, we're going to turn it the other way.
Yeah, turn around.
Still trying to figure this out.
There you go. Now put it in.
Yeah, but now this is... all right. Is that all right for you?
Yeah, I'll turn it back around.
Okay. Yeah. That tightens down. Figured it out. Thank you for coming. That's Frank Cedar here setting up the camera so we could go live.
No. Yeah, we gotta spin this.
No. Oh, are they gonna turn it around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because now we turn this around. Why is this spin? There we go.
All right. So we can move this over for you, give you some room.
What's going on? Okay. Made it.
Hey, we're excited.
Oh, yeah. You got everyone's name down?
I do. I got it all written down.
Okay.
We'll be all right.
Is this a new iPad?
No, it's the same way.
There we go.
All right, we're looking good. Fans are starting to file in. Game time kickoff, 1 p.m.
We're not plugged in.
So it's taking everything right now.
Oh, no, what? How are you speaking?
I'm going to do it, but I didn't do it yet.
So who are you talking to?
It's going on there.
Oh, just you.
It's everything.
Oh, okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, turn it over there. We don't want to see that.
Let's make sure it's going to work.
What's up with this? Special people?
People are working good. Testing 1, 2, 3, live at Hewlett High School for Homecoming 2025. Hewlett Bulldogs versus Valley Stream Spartans for the second game of the season. I don't know.
You want me to call Alex? He's up.
Kristen. We are live here at Hewlett High School for Homecoming Football 2025. Just trying to do a check and see if we can hear this audio on our live stream. Lots of alumni online today to watch and listen to the Hewlett football game. All right, I'm getting information that I am coming in loud and clear, so thank you very much. And we see the marching band coming onto the field. They just finished the parade. Marching band led to Mr. Santanastasso. They just marched in the homecoming parade down Broadway all the way to Hewlett High School. Today's game features the Hewlett Bulldogs versus the Valley Stream Spartans. The Bulldogs won their first game convincingly, 35-12, over Mineola. And the Spartans, they had a tough first week. They played Wantor, one of the toughest seeds in the division. And they fell short 28-13 in their opening game last week. We are about 30 minutes from kickoff as everybody makes their way into the stands following the parade. We're expecting a full house today here in Hewlett. It's a beautiful day, bright blue skies, and the temperature about 80 degrees today. So we got everybody out here in shorts and t-shirts. It's supposed to be a whiteout in the stands, so most of the fans coming in and on the Hewlett side are going to have their white on today. That must be the homecoming queen walking in. And fun fact, I heard on my way in today that the homecoming king is none other than Kobe Cox, number 44, on the Bulldogs today. He's going to be the homecoming king. Unfortunately, he was not going to be able to march in the parade, but he'll be able to enjoy all the other festivities that go with being the homecoming king. So congratulations to the king and queen.
How are you?
We're doing good. Everybody's gun in the stands?
Yeah. You wouldn't believe with Heather. She talks a lot. I go, what's happening with the family? I heard somebody got married, right? She goes, that was a year ago. They had a baby. And then I go, would you go into something in November or something, right? Is it a wedding? She goes, yeah. I go, congratulations.
All right, sorry about that interruption. A lot of people coming over to say hello, as this is our first game televising here on YouTube for this year. On the field, or on the track, actually, are the banners that all the classes made. You have the sophomore, junior, freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior banners that were made for the homecoming. And I'm not sure who won that. I didn't hear, or if it was even judged yet. Since all my kids are no longer in Hewlett High School, I'm not privy to all this inside information that I used to have. But I was able to get here yesterday and went to the football dinner, which was an amazing turnout. The Parent Association, led by Heather McMahon, and all her counterparts that came out to help her out. There was an amazing food. I wish anybody could have saw it. Our Bulldog is on the field today. We got the Bulldog out for homecoming. The food was amazing. The cafeteria was packed with not only the varsity football players, but the JV players, as well as the cheerleaders and the junior varsity cheerleaders were all there. And it was, what a great time. The administration showed up. The new superintendent of schools, Dr. Dina Anzalone, was there to wish the boys well, gave a nice pep speech. The new principal of the high school was there, Dr. Al Bauer, as well as his assistant principals, and the Board of Ed people. All the Board of Ed, there was many Board of Ed people. I know Deborah Shinen was there. Cheryl May came out to support. And Khanajita was also at the dinner. So thank you for coming out and supporting the football team. It's really nice to see everybody getting really excited about Hewlett athletics. Mr. Villegas returned as the Hewlett athletic director. Hewlett's going to be in their gray shirts with white numbers today. The Valley Stream Spartans are in their white jerseys with green numbers and black pants. Frank Sita returns as our cameraman today. So thank you to Frank Sita, and hello to all the boys watching. The alumni, I'm sure the Cedar boys up at Buffalo University are watching. I think Matt DeSico at SUNY Albany, quarterback from last year of the Bulldogs, is watching. I know there's many other Bulldog alumni throughout the country watching, so we thank you for joining us. Let's see if we could see how many people are online right now.
I would love to, but I can't see that number.
Let's see if I could see. Looks like there's only a couple of people online right now. Yes, we have two trainers here today. Jay and Kayla are on the field. We're still about 20 minutes away from kickoff. So if you're watching this on Rewind, if you actually are watching this after the live stream, I'll be repeating a lot of the stuff that I've already said, just because I know a lot of people are not going to watch this pregame show. So we'll talk more about that when we get started. But enjoy the music. Watching the Bulldogs still warming up on the field. One of the keys to the game today is the quarterback position for the Hewlett Bulldogs. Their starting quarterback, Stefano Borsellino, suffered an injury late in the game last week and will not be starting today. He practiced very, very light all week. Most of the time he didn't practice. He tried to give it a go this morning. He was out on the field before the game with the trainer, Kayla, and he was just unable to cut. Could not really cut. So you'll see on the sideline, number 6, that's the captain, Stefano Borsellino, will not be playing today. And starting at quarterback will be the junior, Preston Cusimano, number 12. Preston comes onto the field as this is his first varsity start, as he was the starting quarterback last year on the JV team. Coming up to the varsity and making his first Hewlett varsity start. So that's got some big shoes to fill, as Stefano had a big game last week to lead the Bulldog to their victory. In fact, Stefano was also a gridiron great in the Nassau Newsday newspaper. And there's Heather. That's Heather McMahon, the president of the PA Association, who led that beautiful dinner last night. Her mom and dad are here watching the game in the stands, cheering on their son Jesse, number 2. Jesse also is going to be the field captain today, or the game captain. The Bulldogs have 4 captains on the field. It's number 5, Alicia Frankel, number 6, Stefano Borsellino, Kobe Cox, number 44, and Jordan Bojorge, number 51. But every week they assign a game captain, and last night at the dinner, Coach Palladino gave that honor to Jesse McMahon for all the hard work and heart that he puts into every game and every practice. So we're looking for a big game from number 2, Jesse McMahon at safety. And he'll be out in the center of the field for the coin toss in a few minutes. The fans are starting to really pour in now. Seating is going to be at a premium. I tried to get a roster from the Spartans. I recognize number 2. He's their back. I recognized him from last year. He's their workhorse, number 2. So we'll look for a lot of running from number 2 from the Spartans. Let's see if we could get a program with has all the Spartan people. I do have the list of all the Hewlett players. Number 1, Daniel Tolstick. Number 2 is Jesse McMahon. We talked about him. Number 3 is a senior, Jonathan Hillsberg. Had a big game last week. Number 4 is the junior, Jacob Eisenberg, who plays, he's to be the backup quarterback today. Plays some defensive back and wide receiver also. Number 5, Alicia Frankel. He's a senior captain and the team motivator. We talked about number 6, Stefano Borsellino. He's the senior captain, and he'll be sidelined today with a foot injury. Kinley Charles, sophomore wide receiver, number 7, and defensive back. Ami Bendelstein, number 8. He's a senior. He'll be playing wide receiver and defensive back. He also was day-to-day. He was injured a little bit last week, but he says he's going to go today. Brody Apter, number 9. Omar Ahmed, number 11. He's also a sophomore. Preston Cusimano, number 12. He'll be the starting quarterback. He's a junior. Julian Gupta will be number 17. Eli Karate will be number 19. He's a junior. His brother graduated last year. He was a big part. That was Daniel Karate of the team from last year. Number 21 is Shea Karu. He's a senior wide receiver, defensive back. Number 22, returning at running back this year as a junior, Dylan Parchment. He was a running back last year. He started at the end of the season and was the workhorse for the Bulldogs. So we expect big things from him again today. Dylan also scored last week in the first Bulldog win. Number 24 is Max Chubek. He's a senior. Jacob Zonar, number 25, at wide receiver and defensive back. He's a sophomore. Eric Bojorge is a senior. He's a running back and he'll be on the defense at the linebacker spot. Aaron Munez, number 30, wide receiver and defensive back. Sean Bulstead, also a sophomore, number 32, running back at defensive back. Number 33, Edson Emmanuel. He's a sophomore running back at defensive back. Nico Rubio, number 37, also a sophomore. Oh, sorry, also a junior. Actually, the only sophomore. Only one sophomore on the team, and we'll get to him in a little bit. Xavier Cortez, a junior. He's wearing number 40. Kobe Cox, the captain, and returning senior and captain, Kobe Cox, plays defensive end or line, and he's a tight end on the offense. Another captain, Jordan Bajorge. He's the cousin to Eric Bajorge. He's number 51, and he's a senior and playing on both sides of the line. Justin Paveda, number 52, as a sophomore. Justin is playing both ways. He's a center and inside linebacker, so we're going to see a lot of number 52 and expect big things from him today. Landon Mikhailov, junior, number 53. Salim Chaloa, sorry about that. Chaloa, he's a senior, number 57. Jude Zach, number 58. He plays on both sides of the line as well. Liev Heck, number 61. He's playing, starting on the right guard spot, and he's a sophomore. And number 64, playing right next to him, is Dominic Lord. Two juniors, both those guys are juniors, making their start on the varsity on the right side of that offensive line. Josh Vasserman, number 67, is a junior. Sean Ferdman, number 70. Alex Fournier, number 71. Both those guys are sophomores as well. A lot of juniors. 11th grade is a junior. Sorry about that. We do have one sophomore. We're going to get to him. Moises Funes, number 72. Lincoln Yusuf, number 75. Max Becker, number 77. Now we're getting to number 81. He's the sophomore. And it's Aaron Paul. We're expecting big things from Aaron. He's a big, tall kid playing at wide receiver spot. Made some really nice catches last week. And he also plays on the defensive side as a defensive back. And Kendrick St. Jean, number 88. He's a junior. And Ben Bajayo, number 88. So those are the players for the Bulldogs for this season. And my cameraman Frank Seated was able to get us a roster for the Valley Stream Spartans. I'm not going to go through all their names, but hopefully we'll be able to call some of these guys by name. But one guy to look out for, like I said, number 2, Isaiah Hill. He's a senior running back, and he plays on the defense also, as a defensive back. But those are the guys to look for. Their quarterback, Max Guzman, well, he's a junior. I'm not sure if he's the quarterback that's starting, or is it Tyler Mila, number 8. So we'll see who's going to be their starting quarterbacks. The Hewlett Bulldogs are getting ready to run onto the field. They're going to be led on the field this week. They're going to run right through that sign. They're getting ready to run out of the field, being led by the captain, Stefano Borsellino, number 6, carrying the American flag. We'll talk more about that American flag if you don't know. And another captain, last night at the dinner, Coach Palladino awarded the hard work sledge to be carried out on the field by Alicia Frankel. So you'll see him running out onto the field carrying that sledgehammer. And what does that sledgehammer signify? That's right, hard work. So as the Bulldogs are getting ready to run onto the field, just a few minutes away from kickoff, still about 10 minutes away from kickoff here at Hewlett High School. Welcome to all those who are watching online. thank you for joining us. And if you're watching this after the game, I hope you enjoy the show. The coaches for the Bulldogs. Coach Palladino is the head coach. I'm not even sure what year he's in. We stopped counting because he's been here for a long time. And he set the standard here for the Bulldogs. His assistant coaches, Coach Arbuse, Coach Scrow, offensive coordinator, and then defensive coordinator, Coach Delgase, returning again for this season. Also see on the sideline some of the JV coaches, as well as the middle school coach. I see Mr. Las Banusa on the field with his headset on. So you got everybody here. The coaching staff is one staff. If you're a football coach for a JV or the middle school team, you are here for a varsity game. Everybody's involved, and that's what Coach Palladino brings to the Bulldogs. You could sit if you want.
With Stephanie?
The chairs are down there.
Oh, are those for me and Stephanie?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go down there.
But you want
I'll sit here for
I
now.
put them up there.
You got 30 people.
30 people online right now? No way. Bulldogs still getting ready to run onto the field. I see the pep band in the stands down at the end also. Pep band is here. The marching band is here. Everybody is here for the first game. Well, actually, it's not the first game. They played home last week. So it's the homecoming. How do I get this off my damn screen? A game went on. I can't. It's like a game. How do I close it out?
Why isn't it letting me close it out? Oh, the stands are packed today for the homecoming game of the Hewlett Bulldogs versus the Valley Stream Spartans. The Spartans have actually left their sideline and gone over and standing in the shade because it's a pretty warm day. It's about 80 degrees on that sideline. Probably with that turf, it's probably feeling like 90. So the Valley Stream Spartans have made their way onto the grassy area next to the stands and off the sideline as they await the Bulldogs to run onto the field. Welcome to everybody that's online live listening to the Hewlett Bulldog football. We are here for the homecoming game between the Hewlett Bulldogs and the Valley Stream Spartans. Bulldogs start their season 1-0, beating Division last week with a score of 35-12, and the Valley Stream North Spartans lost to Wantor in their opener 28-13. So this is a big game for the Spartans. They don't want to go 0-2. And the Bulldogs would love nothing better than to go 2-0 as they face Wantor next week. I'm hearing the music. Means the Bulldogs are getting ready to run on the field. The fans are still filing in. We've got a packed house here on both sides of the Hewlett side. It's going to be hard to find a seat. Thank you again to Frank Sita for being the cameraman today as we bring you live coverage of Hewlett Bulldog football. It's on YouTube. It's on Go Bulldogs. If you just go on YouTube, Go Bulldogs, and they can go on the live stream. So you can let them know. And then they can watch and listen. We are live on YouTube at Go Bulldogs. It's about 3 minutes before 1, and the Bulldogs are still waiting to run onto the field. Not sure what the delay is. I know they had the parade down Broadway today in Hewlett, so I don't know if they're still waiting for everybody to get into the stands before they start the game.
Bulldogs are taking a knee and stretching.
Cheerleaders are out there waiting for the Bulldogs to run onto the field. Last night, the cheerleaders did their annual TP of the captain's houses, or all the senior houses. So they had a fun time. They rented a big bus and TP'd all the senior houses with toilet paper. I know they had a fun time. Some of the boys were out there with them too. Everybody's having a good time here in Hewlett this year. Seems like the team has a good bond going on. They don't seem to have one star that thinks they're better than anybody else. This is a team. This is truly a team that they've built here this year. They all seem to get along. Mrs. DeSico made it into the stands.
Hello, I'm here. Where's my team? I thought you retired from
I did. I said I would do the homecoming game.
Just the homecoming game?
For now.
Bye, honey.
Bye. I didn't know where you wanted. The other seats were taken. Yeah, the seats are.
How are you?
Hey, Greg, how's it going?
She got the whole roll. All right, we're standing by for the start of the Hewlett football homecoming game. The Hewlett Bulldogs will be taking on the Valley Stream North Spartans. Not really sure what the delay is. I see the Bulldogs waiting to run on the field. You know what I think we're waiting for? I don't see any referees. I just noticed that there are no referees on the field. So my guess is that's what we're waiting on. I do not see any referees on the field at all. So apparently that's what we're waiting for. All right, now I see the referees coming onto the field. So I think that's what we're waiting for. And my guess is the referees were delayed in getting here because all the roads were closed for the parade that was going on in Hewlett for the homecoming. So now that the referees have made their way onto the field, I'm sure it's only going to be seconds before the Bulldogs run onto the field for the start of the game between the Hewlett Bulldogs and the Valley Stream North Spartans. Ready to run on. All right, now I see the Bulldogs with their helmets on, getting ready to run on the field. Here we go. We're getting ready to get started here. Bulldogs getting ready to run on the field, being led by number 6. You'll see him running on the field and saying, oh, okay, he's hurt, but how is he running? He is able to run. He just can't really cut. So that's why he felt he could not play today. He doesn't want to get injured more and be out for the rest of the season. So
Stefano Borsellino is going to leave the quarterbacking duties to the junior Preston Cusimano, number 12. Here we go. The Bulldogs are going to run on the field. Carrying that sledgehammer, number 5, Alicia Frankel. And they break through. Here we go. We're getting ready for football. Coach Palladino, head coach for the Bulldogs, makes his way to the sideline. We're getting ready for the national anthem. See that flag that was carried on the field by Stefano Borsellino is a special flag here at Hewlett, and I'll tell you more about that. In case you didn't know.
Football contest. Today, the Spartans of Valley Stream take the Bulldogs Hewlett High School.
That flag was carried on the field by Stefano Borsellino, was flown in the first Gulf War by a former Hewlett High School football player, Kevin Sanchez, who just retired. So thank you, Kevin, for donating that to the Hewlett football team. And that flag makes its way onto the field every day that they have a game. I get so emotional when I talk about that because I had the honor of meeting Kevin Sanchez 2 years ago, and he really is a special man. So thank you for your service, Kevin Sanchez. The Hewlett Bulldogs captains today, number 5, Alicia Frankel, number 6, Stefano Borsellino, 44 is Kobe Cox, he's in the middle there, and 51 is Jordan Bajorge. And number 2, the game captain for today, Jesse McMahon. We're going to do the national anthem first and then head out to midfield for the coin toss.
Please give attention to the American flag. The 4-point underfield by home fans. The flag represents the football program of 4th player Kevin Sanchez, a recipient of 9 medals. Sanchez took a flag in possession during 3-port duty in Iraq and Afghanistan. Sanchez often thought of his experience as a Hewlett football player as helping get through his most difficult times. The Hewlett football program thanks Kevin Sanchez for serving his country and country. Please rise for the national anthem.
The national anthem being sung by the high school chorus. And they'll be right in front of us here. Great job from the Hewlett High School chorus. Excellent job singing the national anthem. And the captains will make their way to midfield. Bulldogs come into this game 1-0, beating their first opponent. That was Mineola, 35-12. Valley Stream North Spartans lost their first game 28-13 to Wantor. The Hewlett Bulldogs will face Wantor next week, but we got to get through this week first. And that's the first mission is to take down the Valley Stream North Spartans.
Number 2, Isaiah Hill, and number 7, Aiden Conroy.
The information I have for the Bulldogs at starting center, we have Justin Paveda, number 52. Liev Heck, number 61 will be at right guard, and Dom Lord at right tackle, number 64. Jude Zach on the left guard, number 58, and Jordan Bohoi, number 51. The quarterback today will be number 12, Preston Cusimano, stepping in for the injured Stefano Borsellino. Number 22, Dylan Parchment, will be behind Preston Cusimano in the backfield. And I'm not sure exactly who's going to be at the starting receiver. So I have number 3, Jonathan Hillsberg, as one of them. Ami Bendelstein, number 8, might be on the other side. Jacob Eisenberg, number 4. Aaron Paul is in at wide receiver once in a while. Alicia Frankel, number 5, is at tight end sometimes, along with the senior number 44, Kobe Cox. Looks like the Bulldogs will receive the ball. I was actually looking down on my paper, so I did not see who won the toss. But the Bulldogs will take the ball. The receiving team will come onto the field. Back deep, looks like Jonathan Hillsberg, number 3, will be back deep to receive the kick, along with number 19. That's Eli Karate. You see those guys on the field. And those are the guys who do run back kicks.
Throughout the duration of the game. Thank you.
Dylan Parchment, number 22, is also back there to receive the kick, as well as number 32. That's Sean Bolston, or Blueston. The cheerleaders are on the sideline for the Bulldogs. We want to hear their favorite cheer. Lots today. That's that touchdown Bulldogs. Looking forward to a lot of that going on today. So as the Spartans set the ball up at the 40 to kick off, looks like number 56 will do the kicking for the Spartans. Back deep on the far sideline, number 22 is Dylan Parchment, and Jonathan Hillsberg, number 3, on the near side. And we're ready for kickoff. There it is. It's a line drive down the middle of the field, picked up by Parchment right in the middle. He runs to his left. Oh, he's being led by number 3. Carries the ball all the way to the 48-yard line. Nice return by the junior, Dylan Parchment, to the 48-yard line. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 1 with Preston Cusimano in his first game on the varsity team as quarterback. They're expecting big things from Preston this year and next year, as he's only a junior getting his first start for the Bulldogs. They're huddling up on the sideline with Coach Anthony Scrow in that huddle calling the plays. He's the offensive coordinator for the Bulldogs. So they come out with Preston Cusimano in the shotgun formation with Dylan Parchment to his right. To his left is number 19. That's Eli Karate. And he gives it or fakes it to Parchment. Cusimano keeps the ball, runs it for about 3, up the middle. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. And that's a nice start for Preston Cusimano at quarterback for the Bulldogs. So now I see number 81. That's Aaron Paul. He's on the left side, split out. Number 3, Hillsberg, is split out to the right with number 8, Ami Bendelstein. That's Cusimano in the shotgun. 19 in motion. Fakes it to him. Cusimano keeps it. Runs the middle. Breaks a tackle. Gets a first down all the way to the 41-yard line. Good fake. Fake that handoff, the inside handoff to Eli Karate. Kept the ball. Did Cusimano. Runs right behind Justin Pavetta, Jude Zach, and Liev Hecht right up the middle. Oh, they didn't give him the first down. They marked it inches short. Looks like it should be a first down as it's on the 38-yard line. They are marking it short. I'll see if the coach asked for a measurement because they started right at the 38 or right at the 48, and it seems to be past the 38-yard line. But they're calling it 3rd and inches. Kobe Cox right behind the guard up the middle. Cusimano takes the ball, hands it to Parchment, who runs the middle, and it might be short. Doesn't look like he got it. Cusimano gave it to Parchment, tried to run the middle behind Kobe Cox, right in the middle. And it looks like they're going to be inches short again. It'll be 4th and about 6 inches.
Go push, big push.
See if Cusimano goes right under the center and tries this quarterback tush push. Number 12 coming into the game for the Bulldogs. That's Preston Cusimano, got the play on the sideline. Now he runs back into huddle. He's going to stay in the shotgun with Dylan Parchment right behind him. Now he goes under center, and now he does the tush push, and the whistle blows. There's a flag down. Cusimano ran up to the line of scrimmage to take the snap from under center, and they're going to call that an illegal motion as he ran up to the center. I'm not sure who moved, but they call it a 5-yard penalty on the Bulldogs. I'm not sure who they called it on, but somebody moved, and it'll bring up 4th and 5.5 instead of 4th and inches. But they had the right idea. Preston got up behind center to take it for that tush push, and somebody moved. The referee's explaining to Coach Palladino what happened. I'm not sure. All right, now they're going to call a timeout. Bulldogs. Palladino is not happy with that, but you could go back online and look and see if somebody moved on that offensive line. Preston Cusimano started in the shotgun, ran up to the line of scrimmage to take the snap. I don't know if they called him for an illegal motion or somebody moved on the offensive line. But in any case, it's going to be 4th and 5.5. Yeah, someone wants to run that back and text me and see who moved. That's fine. I'll put it out on the radio, on the air. I don't have instant replay. Well, I probably do, but I'm afraid if I touch my camera that I'm not going to be able to get back on. I did not see anybody move on that, so I'm really not sure what happened. I know Coach Palladino is not happy with the call. It's going to bring up a 4th and 5.5. 8:52 left to go in the first quarter. This is the opening drive of homecoming for Hewlett Bulldogs 2025. The cheerleaders, oh boy, one of them just slipped. They were up in a big tripod up there. All right, Bulldogs make their way back onto the field. That's 81. Aaron Paul split all the way far left. Cusimano in the shotgun with Dylan Parchment to his left. That's Karate. Oh, it gets it. So that was Jonathan Hillsberg that came in motion. It was a high snap. Preston Cusimano jumped up to grab it, and it fell into Jonathan Hillsberg's hand, who got tackled for a loss all the way back at the Valley Stream North 49-yard line. So Valley Stream North will take over 1st and 10 on their own, on the Bulldog 49-yard line. Kobe Cox, number 44, is on the right-hand side of the defensive line. Jordan Bohoy, number 51, in the middle, and Jude Zach, number 58, on the left side. Handoff up the middle to number 7. Pushes ahead for about 6. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 4.
Tackled by number 52,
Outside
Justin Pavetta.
on the far sideline as a cornerback is number 8.
Including a six.
Next, Ami Bendelstein. On the left side is Jonathan Hillsberg, number 3. The two safeties is number 25, Jacob Zohar, and number 2, Jesse McMahon. The middle linebackers, Justin Pavetta and Alicia Frankel, number 5. We got motion from left to right, number 7. Handoff up the middle. That's number 2. He's going to carry the ball. He's going to have enough for a first down, it looks like. And they'll move those chains for the Valley Stream Spartans' first down. Looks like it's hard to tell if that's Daniel Tolstick, number 1, or Canely Charles, number 7. I think that's Canely Charles, number 7, in on defense also. Handoff up the middle, number 2 again. Runs the middle. Stopped by number 52. That's Justin Pavetta on the tackle. It'll bring up second down and about 5 as number 2 gets 5 yards on that carry. You have the roster?
Ball on the 33-yard line. Second down and 4.
They'll give him 6 on that carry. It'll be second down and 4 on the 32-yard line. Handoff. Oh, it's fake handoff because rolling right, throws right. That's to number 7. He drops the ball in and out of his hands. Intended for number 7. That's Aiden Monroe. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. That brings up third down.
It'll bring up a third down and 4 for the Spartans. That was a fake handoff to Isaiah Hill that time, number 2. Quarterback rolled to his right, and he found Aiden Monroe. Just took his eye off the ball, and it fell incomplete.
Go defense!
There'll be third down and 4 for the Spartans. At quarterback is number 8. That's Tyler Mahela. He hands it to the second back. Met immediately by number 51 on the Bulldogs. That's Jordan Bohorhe. Wraps him up for no gain. It'll bring up a 4th down for the Spartans. And it'll be 4th and 4, still on the 32-yard line. Nice tackle by the senior, Justin Bohorhe. Kobe Cox, number 44, is on the outside on the right. Jude Zach on the outside on the left. Justin Bohorhe in the middle of that defensive line. Bringing up a 4th down. Let's see what the Spartans are going to do. Under center, number 8. Fakes the handoff, rolls right. He looks like he's going to run, being chased. Oh, and he's met by Jesse McMahon, number 2, and falls forward for a first down at the 20. Jesse McMahon with a hard hit. But looks like it's going to be a first down for the Spartans at the 20-yard line.
By number 1, Daniel Tolstick. First and 10.
Jesse McMahon had a hard hit on him, finally taken down by number 1. That's Daniel Tolstick. It's Daniel Tolstick. Looks to me like the 1 and the 7. That's Daniel Tolstick is number 1. Number 7 is Canely Charles. Canely Charles is only the junior out there. Number 7 goes in motion from right to left. It's a pitch out to the left. Taken by number 2, trying to get outside. Gets around Bendelstein and met by number 7 after short gain. Brought down by Canely Charles. We'll call it gain of 7. It'll be second down and 3. So like I said before, number 2 on
7-yard gain, second and 3.
the number 2 on the Spartans is Isaiah Hill. He's their workhorse. He goes out, splits into the slot on the left side for this play. Now he comes in motion,
Fakes it to Hill. They run the middle. And it might be enough for a first down. See where they mark it. It can be just short. It'll be third down and about one from the 11-yard line. Look, that might have been number 36, Dom Verso, on the carry from the backfield of the Spartans. Yep, 36 is Dom Verso. He's the up back. Quarterback takes it. Quarterback sneak. Looks like he'll have enough for a first down. It'll bring up first and goal for the Spartans at the 9-yard line. So a nice drive started at their 49-yard lines of the Bulldogs, and they're driving. See if the Bulldogs defense could make a stop here as they're inside the red zone at the 9-yard line. .343 left to go in the first quarter. There's no score. Two receivers come to the right, one to the left, and I formation in the backfield. Number 7 gets into the backfield. They hand it to number 2 in the middle, run the middle, and they're met immediately by several Bulldogs, maybe a gain of 2. Bring up second and goal. Isaiah Hill, I think that must be his 7th carry already on this drive. He's their workhorse. Second and goal. Ball is, looks like it's at the 6-yard line. Isaiah Hill in the backfield as the deep back. Fakes it to Hill, rolling, throwing right. It's into the end zone, incomplete. Covered by number 3, Jonathan Hillsberg. And back there also is Jacob Zohar. It'll bring up third and goal for the Spartans. They fake that handoff to number 2. And the quarterback rolled to a little bit to his right. And the ball falls incomplete. Crowd getting into it, yelling defense, defense. See if they can make a stop here on the first drive of the Spartans. 2 receivers out to the right for the Spartans, 1 to the left. Fake pitch, and now number 2 takes it, runs to the left side, and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Isaiah Hill for a 6-yard run off the left side tackle into the end zone for a touchdown. Bulldogs trail 6-0. And they'll set up for the extra point. Looks like the kicker is going to be number 56, A.J. Strohan. Being held by, no, it's a bad snap. Can't handle it. 56 is going to look to throw, and it's batted down. It looks like either number 1 or number 5 batted the ball down. Incomplete. And the Bulldogs stopped the extra point. So there's something to build on right there for the Bulldogs. See Palladino clapping his hands and saying, nice job on stopping that extra point. That's a big extra point. The Bulldogs down 6-0 with 2:41 left to go in the first quarter. Stay tuned at halftime. There'll be a halftime show by the cheerleaders, the marching band, as well as we'll try to get some interviews from some of the administration and maybe some of the alumni that are here at the game or even away, if we can, during halftime. So stick with us at halftime. Got the pep band in the stands. It's really a packed house. I mean, there really is no seats available in the stands. Beautiful day here in Hewlett. It's about 80, 85 degrees with clear skies, bright blue skies. And we're here at the Hewlett Field. That's the Hewlett band, if you could hear it, that's making that noise. All right, back deep to receive the kick is 22, Dylan Parchment, and number 3, Jonathan Hillsberg. And it's a squib kick. It's going to come down to Dylan Parchment, takes it about the 18. He runs the middle, breaks a tackle. Now he gets into the open field. He's at the 50, the 40, he's going to go. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5, and that's the junior, Dylan Parchment, on a touchdown return. And I do not see any flags on the field. Dylan Parchment with an 85-yard touchdown scamper right up the middle of the field to tie this game at 6 with 2:25 left to go in the first quarter. Dylan Parchment, he was up here as a sophomore last year doing big things, and they're expecting even bigger things from him, and they just got one. Dylan Parchment for the first score of the day for the Bulldogs to tie the game at 6. Now, the extra point, we've seen the muddle huddle by the Bulldogs. Not really sure what's going to happen. Are they going to go for their kicker is Stefano Borsellino. He is not suited up. Not sure if they're going to go. I see. Let's see. They are in the muddle huddle. I see. The number 4 is the quarterback. That's the backup quarterback, Jacob Eisenberg. Now they're going to go. Jacob Eisenberg is the holder also. So they start with the muddle huddle. Jason is going to be the holder. The kicker is number 64. I'll get you a number in a second. And it's good. The backup kicker for the Bulldogs. No good. Let's see if there's a roughing up on that. It looks like they ran into the kicker. Oh, they ran into the holder. All right, so let me explain what happened there. Who was kicking that 64? So number 64 on the Bulldogs. That's Dominic Lord. Sorry, Dominic Lord, the backup kicker, was in the backfield with Jacob Eisenberg. He's the backup quarterback today for the Bulldogs. He was in the backfield so they can run the muddle huddle where he could throw it to one of the backs or run it himself or hand it off to Dominic Lord. Dominic Lord, they didn't like what they saw with the muddle huddle. They came back to kick it, and it was no good. But I thought they ran into the holder there. But in any case, with 2:26 left to go in the first quarter, Bulldogs 6 and the Spartans 6. That was very exciting. Very exciting run by the junior, Dylan Parchment. Dylan Parchment.
Recover from mistakes. Kick return.
Yeah, kick returns. Kick returns make up for all the mistakes. Dylan Parchment took it to the house. The first one he almost took to the house too. He got it up to the 49-yard line. This one he said, "You're not stopping me," and he was able to break through and run it for a touchdown. So nice run by Dylan Parchment, the junior, who was up here as a sophomore as a running back. So we're expecting big things from Dylan Parchment, and we just saw the first one. All right, Dominic Lord, number 64, set to kick off. They're ready. Here it comes. And it's going to be a high kick. It's going to come down and around the 14-yard line. Picked up by number 2. Oh, tackled by number 32 of the Bulldogs. That's Sean Blueston on the tackle. Tripped him up and was able to bring him down. So it'll bring up a 1st and 10. They'll mark it right at the 29.5-yard line for the second series for the Valley Stream North Spartans. All right, once again, the defense for the Bulldogs. You got in the middle. Let's see, Dominic Lord looks like he's in the middle now. Jude Zach is on the left. Kobe Cox on the right. Under center. Motion from left to right. They run the middle. Dominic Lord on the stop, number 64, along with number 58, Jude Zach on the tackle. They'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Jude Zach trying to get everybody pumped up. He's on the left side. Dominic Lord's in the middle. And Kobe Cox is on the right. Linebackers, 25 is Jacob Zohar. number 5. So it looks like he's faking back the pass. He throws it up over the middle. Picked off by Ami Bendelstein. Makes a pick. He's going to run left. Tries to get around number 7, and he's tackled. Ami Bendelstein with an interception to give the Bulldogs the ball. 1st and 10 on the Valley Stream North Spartans 49-yard line. Oh, there is a flag on the play. Let's see what they're calling. They're going to call it back, or was it on the return? There is a flag down, so don't move those chains yet. We got a penalty on the Bulldogs, but I think it's on the return. They say illegal use of hands. Not sure if that was going to be on the return. Coach Palladino's in the middle of the field talking to the referee. All right, looks like they called the penalty on the Bulldogs, but during the return. So there'll be a 10-yard penalty. They'll push them back 10 yards, but the Bulldogs will have possession of the ball. Thank you for joining us. I see there's 10 people live watching up. We had 17 people before. Thank you for joining us, and we're happy to bring you live coverage of the Bulldogs versus the Spartans at the homecoming 2025 for the Bulldogs. 6-6, and if you just joined us, the score is 6-6 with 1:31 left to go in the first quarter. The Bulldogs took the first drive. They got stopped. Spartans scored on their first drive. They didn't get the extra point, and then Dylan Parchment returned the kickoff for the Bulldog touchdown. Fakes the handoff to Dylan Parchment. Cusimano keeps it, breaks a tackle, and that's a big gain for Preston Cusimano all the way down to the 39-yard line of the Spartans. Looks like he might have landed on the ball. He's slow to get up. Might have been tackled and landed on the ball. That's trainer Jay and Kayla running out to the 40-yard line to see Cusimano, who looks like he's shaken up on the play. Number 4, standing on the sideline right now. He's the 3rd-string quarterback. He's going to come in at quarterback. He had a great summer of practice. Jacob Eisenberg, number 4. All right. Looks like Preston is okay. He's able to run off for his own power. Looks like he just landed on the ball, but he's going to have to come out for at least one play. So Jacob Eisenberg's going to be in, calling the signals. He's a junior, and he's looked good during the summer. He's got a great arm. He can throw any pass play on this field. We were watching him during the summer during the workouts, and he looked real good. So he's going to get his shot right here. It'll be a 1st and 10 after the big run by Preston Cusimano all the way to the 40-yard line. So Eisenberg in at quarterback in the shotgun with Dylan Parchment to his right. In motion, number 19. Oh, flag down. Looks like we have false start on the Bulldogs. That'll bring a 5-yard penalty. It'll be a 1st and 15. Eli Karate was in motion. Looks like they were going to give him the ball. All right, Eisenberg in the huddle, calling the play. Ball spotted at the 45, 1st and 10 with 16 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 2 receivers, Hillsberg and Bendelstein to the right, 81 to the left. That's the sophomore, Aaron Paul. Parchment behind Eisenberg, who's in the shotgun. Calling signals, gives it to Parchment, runs the middle, breaks outside, gets to the 40, 39, and then stopped by the Spartans. Clock's going to continue to run. That might bring us to the end of the first quarter, as he did not get out of bounds. Looks like that'll be the end of the first quarter. You're good. Remember, the clock is kept on the field by the referees. I'm showing 5 seconds left on the clock, and now they're going to blow the whistle for the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, it'll be the Bulldogs 6 and the Spartans 6. If you're just joining us, thank you for coming out to the Bulldogs homecoming versus the Valley Stream North Spartans. If you're just joining us, again, it's 6-6. Bulldogs got their 6 on a touchdown from Dylan Parchment on a kickoff return after the Spartans drove the ball from the 49-yard line into the end zone on their first possession. So we stand at 6 at the end of the first quarter. And again, if you're just joining us, number 6, the starting quarterback for the Bulldogs, Stefano Borsellino, was injured last week, tried to go this morning and was not able to really cut. So an abundance of caution, he is not playing today, not suited up. He is on the sideline, and he is fine, but he's not able to make any cuts, so he's not going to play today. So that left the quarterback duties to Preston Cusimano, who is having a big game so far, a couple of big runs, but Cusimano still remains on the sideline as it's going to be a 2nd and about 10 for the Bulldogs. Staying in the game at quarterback is Jacob Eisenberg, number 4. I'm looking to see where Preston is on the sideline. I don't see him. He did run off under his... Oh, he is with the trainer. He's with Jay here on the sideline. So he does have his helmet off. So Eisenberg stays in at quarterback. Okay, we got 2 receivers to the left and Ami Bendelstein to the right. Preston Cusimano, Eisenberg, number 4 at quarterback in the shotgun. Gives it to Parchment, runs the middle. Met by number 7. Dropped the ball. Let's see if it's a fumble. Dropped the ball. They called it forward motion. Got about 2 or 3 on the counter to bring up a 3rd down for the Bulldogs. Met by number 7 on the Spartans. Number 7 is their captain, Aiden Monroe. Okay, Eli Karate back in the game. I see him in the huddle. He's going to go split left. Hillsburg's going to split right with Bendelstein. And Aaron Paul split left. Dylan Parchment to the left. Faked it to Parchment. Eisenberg kept the ball. I thought it was a face mask. We had a late flag. Let's see if they're calling that face mask. It looked like he reached up and grabbed the face mask. Let's see what they call. Yeah, it is going to call the face mask. It looked like it was a face mask as he was running up the middle. So he faked it to Parchment, and Eisenberg, it's going to be, should be an automatic 1st down if they're calling that face mask. I didn't see them move the change yet. They called it only a 5-yard face mask? Let's see. Even Palladino is saying, what's going on? If it's a face mask, that should be 15 yards. Let's see if he gets his way here. All right, Palladino's going to go out and talk to the referee now, saying it was a face mask. That should be an automatic 1st down, too. That's not a dead ball foul, so it couldn't. Well, with 10:51 left to go in the first half, we're still tied at 6. Coach Palladino and Coach Scrow talking it out on the field with the referees. Coach Las Banusa standing right there, and Arbuse all right, they're going to say it's 3rd and 3. They gave him the 5 yards, and now they're going to not count it down. So Eisenberg still in the quarterback, Parchment to his left. 2 receivers to the right. Fakes it again to Parchment. Eisenberg keeps it, runs the middle. Looks like it's enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 30-yard line. They're going to move those chains. Eisenberg picks up enough for a 1st down. Eisenberg looks to Coach Scrow for the play. Coach Scrow signaling in the plays. They're in the huddle.
Ball is placed on the 30.
Two receivers, Bendelstein and Hillsberg go out, far left. Kobe Cox in the game with number 5 on the right. Gives it to Hillsberg, who's in motion, gets outside, dragged down. Late flag also. Did he pull him down out of bounds? An unnecessary roughness. Holding. He's pulling him. Is saying holding. See if it's on the Bulldogs. The backfield judge. Not sure who this penalty is on. Holding. Holding on the defense. All right. So let's see if they're going to take that penalty. They're going to take the penalty. It'll be 10 yards and a first. Oh, now they're pointing that it's on the Bulldogs. I don't know. These referees are pointing one way, and now they're saying it's the other way. I don't know. Let's see what they're doing. Well, now they're saying it's on the Bulldogs. Holding on the Bulldogs. All right. So now they're marking it off against the Bulldogs. Referee just corrected himself. Holding on the Bulldogs. They'll bring it back 10 yards. Now remember what I said. I know Jacob Eisenberg likes to throw the ball. It'll be a first and 15 as it's a 5-yard. First and 16. Remember. All right. Two receivers to the left. Parchment to the left of Eisenberg. Gives it to Parchment. Runs on the right side. Gets it to the 30-yard line. It'll bring up a should bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Gain of 6 by Parchment. So number 5, Alicia Franco, was in the game at the tight end position on the right. I don't see him in the game right now. I see Kobe Cox, number 44. Oh, yes. So he is in the game. Alicia Frankel, number 5, and Kobe Cox on the right side. That's the power formation. Now they go to the left. Now we got 4 receivers on the left side. Gives it to Parchment that runs left. Everybody else. Parchment gets outside to the 30, to the 25, and doesn't look like he got the first down. He'll be short. He'll be down at about the 22-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 2. So you had Alicia Frankel and Kobe Cox lined up on the right. They move over to the left. So now you have those 2 guys along with Hillsberg and Bendelstein on the left, and they ran left. So we just call that student body left and give it to Parchment, and let's see what he could do. He got about 8. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Bulldogs. They got to get across the 20-yard line for a first down. Ami Bendelstein comes far right. That's one of Eisenberg's favorite targets. Let's see if he goes on one-on-one against him. Gives it to Parchment, runs the middle, and he's met immediately. Does not look like he got the first down. It'll bring up a 4th down for the Bulldogs. Dominic Lord said he could kick it from the 20. It'll be a 37-yard field goal. He thinks he can make those. But they'll be kicking into the wind, so it looks like they might go for it. Eisenberg comes over to look to Anthony Scrow, who calls the offensive plays. Jonathan Hillsberg coming into the game, number 3. Alicia Frankel, number 5, comes out of the game. Hillsberg into the huddle. Eisenberg still in at quarterback, number 4. Preston Cusimano on the sideline with Jay, the trainer, still on the sideline. Ami Bendelstein splits far right. We got 2 receivers to the left. Gives it to Parchment. Runs the middle. Oh, he looks like he's brought down by his helmet again. It's going to be close for a first down. It does not look like Spartans don't think they got it. Their offense is running on the field. It's going to be a first down for the Spartans. Parchment stopped short, maybe by about a yard. It'll be a turnover on downs. The Bulldogs were moving the ball, got down to the 20-yard line. With 7:21 left to go in the first half. Bulldogs 6 and the Spartans 6. I see Eric Bojorge, number 26, I think, in the game at linebacker now. Along with number 5. Motion, run in the middle.
meet immediately. Looks like, let's see if I could get a number on who's tackled. I see Jesse McMahon in there, but it looks like it was 51, Jordan Bajorge on the stop. Big Jordan Bajorge on the stop for no gain. They'll bring up second down. So I see Alicia Frankel. He's number 5. He's the captain in the middle. He calls the signals for the defense. Number 26, Eric Bajorge. And number 25, Jacob Zohar in at linebacker, along with number 7, Canely Charles on the right-hand side. Jesse McMahon, number 2, on the defense. It's run to the left. It's going to be... All right, they ran left, met by number 7. That's Canely Charles. And number 2, Jesse McMahon on the tackle. Looks like a gain of 8. It'll bring up third down and 2. There's a big down here. If they could stop them, Spartans are going to have to punt because they're inside their own 30. Kobe Cox, number 44, on the right-hand side of that line. Jordan Bajorge in the middle. And it looks like number 58, Jude Zach, on the left-hand side of the front 3. Jonathan Hillsberg, number 3, on the left cornerback spot. Jacob Zohar and Justin McMahon, still the 2 safeties. Third and about 2. Pitch out. Oh, we got a flag down. A false start. Hope on the Spartans on that one. False start. It'll put them back 5 yards, make it third and about 8. Brings up a passing down for the Spartans. They haven't thrown the ball yet. Well, they've tried, and they've fallen short. Bring up third down, and they're going to call it 7 for the Spartans. See if they can get a big stop. A lot of cheerleaders on the sideline. As for this homecoming game, you got the JV cheerleaders as well as the varsity cheerleaders. All right, 2 receivers split far right for the Spartans, 1 to the left. Quarterback under center, fakes it, being chased. Now pressured by number 5, Alicia Frankel, and number 7, Canely Charles, falls incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 7, and they'll send out the punt team. Going back deep for the Bulldogs, Jonathan Hillsberg, number 3, and number 37 for the Bulldogs. That's going to be Nico Rubio back deep for the Bulldogs to return kicks. 4:52 left to go in the first half. 6-6 score. Spartans into the punt formation. Bulldog receivers standing at their own 40 to receive the punt. It's a good kick. It's going to come down to number 37, who catches it. And now he's going to run all the way across the field to the right. Breaks inside, breaks the tackle, gets to the 46-yard line. I don't see any flags. So that was a nice return by the junior, Nico Rubio, number 37. See who's going to come out for the quarterback. I see Preston Cusimano still sitting on the bench with his helmet off. And I see Kayla, the trainer, holding his right shoulder. Hopefully he's okay and he can make it back into the game. So that leaves that leaves Jacob Eisenberg, number 4 at quarterback, in the shotgun formation with Dylan Parchment to his left. 3 receivers now to the left, and he's looking to roll left. He's rolling, breaks a tackle, gets out of another tackle, and unable to get the ball down the field. Tackled for a loss of about 2. He was rolling left. Look, there was 3 receivers out there. It was Hillsberg was one of them, I think, I couldn't see what numbers were out there. Bendelstein was split far right. It'll bring up second and about 13 after a loss of 3. Eisenberg being the shotgun. We got Bendelstein far right, number 8. That's his favorite target. Number 3, Jonathan Hillsberg, who caught a lot of passes yesterday. Oh, flag down. 4-minute warning.
So they just blew the flag. No flag. It's just a timeout on the field as there's 4 minutes left in the first half. So they're going to stay with the formation. Gives it to Parchment. Gets outside to the 40, to the 45, and doesn't make it out of bounds. The clock's going to continue to run as he makes it to the 46-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 11. Looked like Eisenberg wanted to take that out of his belly, but he, for some reason, Dylan Parchment grabbed it. It looked like Eisenberg was trying to take it out and was going to pass that one, but Parchment kept it, ran to the right, and got almost back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 11. So Aaron Paul splits far left with Hillsburg. Bendelstein to the right. Kobe Cox under center. Oh, he's being chased. Running left. Gets it outside. Throwing incomplete. Being chased by number 4 of the Spartans. Eisenberg rolling to his left. Being chased by Kareem Wally in hot pursuit. Chasing Eisenberg. He was able to tackle him as he threw the ball. It'll bring up 4th down and 11 for the Bulldogs. Looks like Eisenberg might have been shaken up a little bit on that tackle too. I don't know who's going to be the next quarterback if he goes down. Hopefully Preston Cusimano. I see him flexing his right arm. He does not have his helmet on the sideline. You can see right by the bench there's Preston Cusimano down here. Timeout Bulldogs with the score 6-6. I wonder if they're going to go for it here. They're on their own 46-yard line. They're 4th down and about 11 with 2:27 left to go in the first half. Like I said before, stick around for halftime. Watch the cheerleaders, the marching band, and we're going to hopefully have some interviews for you during halftime. So stick around for us. How many live people we have now? See about 7 people live online. So thank you for staying with us. We had 17 online before. Thank you for joining us. We're here to bring you live coverage of the Bulldogs. So if you weren't able to make it to the game and the stands are packed, really just standing room only on this side anyway. The stands really are crowded for the homecoming game in 2025. I want to say welcome. I know Anthony Scro's parents have been watching these games for the last couple of years. And I know I didn't do this yesterday, but we say hello to Mr. and Mrs. Scro down in Wilmington, North Carolina. Thank you for joining us. We're happy to bring this to you live. We know you enjoy it. Unfortunately, I'm not able to be here to bring you live coverage, but I did promise to bring the homecoming game to you guys. So this is for you guys. We love Anthony Scroll being out here. He's a big part of this Hewlett Bulldog team, and the kids really do love him. So thank you to Anthony Scroll for being out here and being the offensive coordinator. Coach Palladino in that huddle. He is going to set up to punt on 4th down. Number 22, Dylan Parchment, is the punter. We'll see if they decide to punt. Their running back deep is number 2. See if they could keep it away from him. But with 2, now the clock is showing 3:10. Oh boy, it's a bad kick. Goes to the sideline. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds after not much of a gain also. It's going to be a turnover right there. Listen, everybody thinks kicking the ball is easy. It is not easy to kick the ball. You got to catch that snap. You got to kick the ball with guys coming at you. It looks easier than it is. So good try, Dylan. And you know what? Let's stick to running back for the rest of the game. Hopefully we won't have to punt it. Let's get the ball in the end zone. All right, Spartans are going to take over 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 44-yard line. Dominic Lord, number 64 in the middle. Kobe Cox on the right of this defensive line.
And it looks like Jude Zach on the left-hand side. Number 7 goes on to the left end, looking, fading back to pass. Number 8 is going to throw it deep. Throws it up deep, and it is complete to number 1. Caught the ball over Jonathan Hillsberg on that outside, all the way down to the 18-yard line. Looked like they just threw it up for grabs. Caught by number 1. That's Marco Di Constanzo on the catch. He's their senior wide receiver. Staying in the shotgun. Gives it to number 2. Runs the middle. He's grabbed by number 1, but being pushed.
In second place for sophomore.
Can you get the banners? Can you get the banners?
And in second place for senior. And the winner of the 2025-2026 banners are your juniors. Great job done by all classes.